Grand Rising, sign above. Okay, this the finale. My pep talk turned into a pep rally. Sip some coffee, sip some tea, sip some water. All right, what they say. I'm not gonna say what they say. I'm gonna say what I say. What's the word? You are in tune with the only, the one and only. Sir, Timo. Thank you, God, 999. Hello. You are beautiful. Ooh. I wasn't talking about me. I was talking about you. How does it feel? Okay. Oh. I've been going on certain things over and over. But we're going to go all the way back. We're going to retrospect, introspect. And then we're going to have a climax. Utilizing your problems in life to help others. This journey I am on began probably at birth, though this chapter in this book of life that I am writing, this reprogramming and reparenting myself, all stemmed from having results in life in which were not desired. How can I attain new results in life that I am satisfied, content, and eager to multiply and increase? How do I change my life? I looked up and I was on this thing that they call the drift. They call it the drift. When you're drifting through life, going from thing to thing, to thing, without any order or control. Just here, there. I had to stop. Know thyself. So this is the looking back from shadow work to healing work, from healing work to redefining and remolding yourself into this new sculpture out of this large mountain that you've been all of your life. This mountain that just looks like every other mountain. And you've been carved and sculpted into this rare work of art. Most people don't know the difference between how everyone lives life and how they would like to live life. So when you encounter things, you must ask yourself, what do you want in life? Versus, how is life supposed to be? I went through this, I don't even know if it's a midlife crisis, it's probably early, but I went through this crisis, this ego death, this death of the version of myself that had been acquired over time. I found myself having results with people, in business, in my living situation, in my relationships, all of these different areas that just made me think, like, what can I do differently? You know, I learned this saying, you can leave this relationship or this job or this city and still have the same problems, because you're not running away from the circumstances of that. You are initially running away from something inside of yourself that you can't control and you haven't overcame. So when you go to this next relationship, this next city, or this next place, all of those problems re-arise because it's still in you. I found this traveling overseas, and I basically was living the time of my life. 5-star apartments, hotels, farms, you name it. I'm sleeping on the airplane with a bed. Like, I've never had this before. Just top of the line stuff. Though the only thing I could think about was bills, drama with people from my old life, and things that I didn't do right. So in retrospect, looking back, all the things I felt I didn't do right, I did to the best of my capabilities, whether I knew it or not. 1. 2, I cannot go back to what has already happened. You cannot redo the past, but 2.5, you can journal and revise the past in your imagination and in your subconscious mind. Though that may not be what happened in this reality. Butterfly effect, the movie. You write it down and then it happened out here. Butterfly effect. So what happened to me was, I got so depressed in life, and I got so far into lack and failure and poverty mindset that it drugged me to a place where I was angry with the world, and I resented the world, and I blamed the world for everything that went on in my life, though the world was not responsible. I learned that it was things that I allowed. I reached a point within myself where I didn't want to continue being on earth because I felt shame that I wasn't the person that people wanted me to be, that I wasn't financially in a position to support and do the things that people felt that I should be doing, that I didn't have the assets and the characteristics that people believed that I should have. I had to step back and gain a love for life all over again. I learned that I lost my passion for myself, my love for myself. I placed others before myself in life. So what they felt and what they thought ended up becoming more important to me than my own success and my own happiness in life. So I looked up, when you're in these situations, it's like you're clouded. You don't know what's really going on. It was revealed to me, that basically my inner feelings of wanting to end it and stuff, I saw it as people projecting it onto me, though what I learned was your inner world reflects the outer world. So however I felt inside was projected onto me based on my previous thoughts and emotions. So now that I have come to this understanding that I want to live for myself, that I want to enjoy a life for myself, and I want to see the best for myself, now I must create this environment, this aura, this pattern, this routine, and the actual knowledge to back this, the mastermind team to accomplish these tasks. So from learning that I felt that I was enough, that I believed that I was successful, learning that I was successful, learning that the projections outside of me that made me feel the way that I feel was based on manipulation. It was based on what a lot of people out here go through. That's taking something that you went through and using it to help others. So I'm using this to help people like you or someone you know. So your family, your friends, people that normally can utilize you and manipulate you into doing something that other people wouldn't do, and they take the credit for your work and get the benefit of it, they can be a little bit selfish when it comes to you going after what you would like to do. Whether this is a relationship with a person, whether this is a relationship with your business partners, whether this is the journey that you're taking for yourself in healing, anything that isn't benefiting a narcissist or someone that is extremely possessive and selfish, they will not care about what you have to do. Like yesterday, my cousin got a new car and some woman wanted him to take her somewhere. And he's like, well, I have to take this other car that I had back and then I could take you. And she just like, oh, well, I don't care. And he's like, man, she gonna pay for a Uber and she was gonna have me do it for free. And she just can't wait because I said I had a new car and I gotta do something I gotta do, but she don't care. And I said, that's because some people only care about what you could do for them. It don't matter. She didn't even congratulate him on a new car, but she wants a ride in it. She can't even work with him she can't even help him help her by just being patient. So it gets to a point, fly self away from me. It gets to a point where you're like, okay, I need something new in life. I need substance. I care for myself. How can I do better for myself? What form of self-care can I provide? And this all stems from one, as I said, knowing thyself. What are my thoughts? How do I feel? What is the difference between the thousands and thousands of thoughts that run and ruminate and permeates through my brain, my subconscious and my conscious brain? How can I shape my thinking and my actions towards who I believe that I am. So what I found was it was a lot of negativity, a lot of judgments on the world, the people in the world, and circumstances. Jim Rohn, he said he used to have a list. Well, when he went down his list, I found that I had the same list. You know, it was the school's problem. It was a doctor's problem. Oh, it was a doctor's problem. It was my family's problem. It was the criminals' problem. It was the police's problem. The military's problem. Everybody did it, and I had nothing to do with it. But from there, I made it everything about myself, and the things that I could not control, I released. I cannot control what the military does. I cannot control what these people do. I cannot control what circumstance I will encounter next right now without knowing what I'm going to encounter. But I can control how I respond and what movements and actions I take based upon my intuitive insight and my logical analysis. So 1 is the inner knowing, and 2 is, look, I see this, and I'm getting up out of here. 1 is the inner knowing, this don't feel right, I see it ain't right, I'm gone, you know? So basically, when you take away these things, it's like, okay, I'm not gonna talk bad about these people. I'm not gonna judge this homeless person. I'm not gonna fear, because fear is false evidence appearing real. I'm not gonna doubt myself. Once you start to see the different programs, the computer chips that have been placed inside of your brain, once you see these programs that you have been running, the software, you're like, look, it's time to put something else there. So you must replace that. What I learned was meditation, detoxing was my first source of like real clarity. Just like now, I'm out in nature. I spend time in nature every day. Basically helps you get back aligned with your, I'm hearing, euphoric and divine essential self, the nature, Mother Gaia as they would call it. Getting grounded, as your root chakra is the earth chakra. Getting grounded. So you get grounded, and at the same time, it's unlimited energy, source, and power here. You just feel it. Get away from the people. Get away from everyone. I had to learn to think for myself. Not only what was I thinking, but now that I know that this is not what I want to think, this is what I'm going to think. So that's the creating a program. I am a peaceful person. I am a happy person. I'm a person that loves supporting people. I am a very creative person. I am very competitive, and I am a winner. I am very dedicated, and I am a beast when it comes to this arts. I am a beautiful person. I am someone that loves to see others doing great. I am someone that prays for this person. Thank you, God, for that person in the BMW. I mean, the Mercedes-Benz. That person in Mercedes-Benz. Thank you, Lord, for my Mercedes-Benz. Calling those things that aren't even seen and giving thanks for them. So this took me back into not only, it took me into reparenting myself. So it's like from spirituality to financial literacy to success to everything. I had to go back. It started with Bob Proctor, man. This Bob, Earl, and Jim. Gosh, these guys. Look, I'm talking about people I've never met in person, but it sounds like I've kicked it with them all my life. Look, I'm trying to tell you, Napoleon Hill, whew, and I was just kicking it with Andrew Carnegie the other night. Oh my God, y'all don't know. Look, my mentors are the thing. But Bob Proctor was speaking on like a small thing between him and his wife. It was in their family, they eat a different part of the turnip, and he said if you go so far back into the cultural ancestral history between her family and my family, being Bob Proctor, you won't know the difference, or you can't tell when did this side of the family decide this and why they decided that. So basically they're arguing based on some things that weren't even created by them, and really doesn't even matter. But what this brought up is, what is the root of what we are going through in life? Where are you sourcing your actions from? So some people are acting in life based on traditions and values that they don't understand, and also they're outdated traditions and values, basically, that worked for a different time. There was no technology. The science was different. So if you was to add up different scientific research from then and now, I guarantee you're gonna have a different formula and different results. More than likely get a higher rate of results today, unless it's a holistic situation. Now, because the medicine of the day, I know it's the bomb, it's bomb diggity. I don't really do it myself, but the medicine of the day, compared to back then, the surgeries, everything, I would rather get a surgery today than, back when they was doing it back when, You wasn't surviving no bullets, you wasn't surviving no knives, nothing like that. But today, you got transportation, you have free, if you're in America, you have free choice of where to go. You could go to any state, city, and start over, find a place, find a job. You can leave where you are not loved and appreciated and go somewhere where everyone will adore you. So sometimes you're not in the right business, you're not in the right place, you're not in the right state of mind, and you feel like you're not even at the right time, but you are in the right place, you are in the right time, you are the right person, and everything that you need is within you. But you must know that you're in the right place at the right time, with the right people, with the right actions, and the right intuitive ability to accomplish whatever you need. It's not what is possible. It's not how is it possible. It's possible. How could you ask a question starting with how and then answer it within the same sentence? Most of these questions, this is why I don't even ask questions no more. How can I be successful? Be successful. How can I own this house? Own this house. How can I be courageous? Be courageous. That's how things work. You see the flies on my cup? See, before I would have been bothered. But after this ego death, you know, them flies was created by the source. Same source that created everything, from this phone I'm using to the service that's connecting us to the computer systems that's generating the signals, that's sending feeds through the world, that's connected to a power grid, that's energized through the earth. It's crazy. I knew all of that stuff, right? Can y'all go for a second? Thank you. Y'all can have it. God, the higher intelligence, the source, whatever you call it, Allah, it's all in everything within you. Back to what I was talking about. So come on, girl, what you want? Kitty on me. So, you find new programs, which led me, as I said, go back to my childhood and forgive the people who abused me. Go back to my childhood and forgive, or my younger self, everything from past this moment that I've ever experienced. Forgive everyone that I've had a negative encounter with, and forgive myself for allowing it. Forgive myself for how I went about it if it wasn't the right way, and to accept the situation and accept myself no matter what happened, and to release the shame and guilt. From there, creating, as I said, this is what I believe. So if I believe that I'm a great person and I'm a person that doesn't judge people, I create the mindset that when this program replays the next time, I either won't encounter it, well, not encounter it, or engage with it. Being, you don't conform to it. Oh, man, that person homeless. That's a child of God, and that person is probably a great person, and they're gonna be great. Actually, how about this? I can create a clothing line for this homeless person with this cat, and maybe we can generate money and get real estate to help out the homeless through this. Versus that person homeless, they got a cat, they ain't got their mind right, all this. That's egotistical thoughts. And how does it help anyone? Does it help me? Does it help them? No. How am I any better than anyone else? How am I any better than them by looking down on them in their situation? And at the time, I was partially feeling, I was on my way to being homeless. That was the kind of the lack mindset mentality at the time. So, reparenting yourself and then realigning yourself with who you know yourself to be, or who you want to be. So you could have been a different version of yourself before and have shifted based on people's manipulation. So most people would say, you was different. No, basically you could take control of me and I would do whatever you say and I wouldn't complain. I would do it just right away with happiness and eagerness, with a smile on my face. Now I create sacred boundaries. Now I say no. Now I speak up for myself. And now you can't handle it. That's a different that's a different note. That's a different note. It's okay to protect your energy. It's okay to love yourself enough to protect yourself. It's okay to release guilt. It's okay to release doubt, fear, and lack. Because these things don't really exist. But within you, within your ego, my ego, M-E, me, my ego. Let go my ego. Let go my ego. Let go my ego. Let go of my ego, because the ego does not want to let go. The ego holds on to everything. Oh man, I want to get this new car. No man, I like this car. We gonna stick with this car, man. No, your ego don't want nothing new. Your ego want to talk about, man, remember when you didn't do this? Remember what happened when this? No. Your ego gonna think back to that past relationship. Your ego gonna think on the worst situation. You gonna see something that you want, and your ego gonna project the worst. So you don't get to go do that, because your ego loves to stay in the same. So are you being controlled by your perspective, your intentions, your feelings, and your point of view in life and trajectory? Or are you being manipulated by someone else's narcissism, their karmic triggering of you, their manipulation of what success is for you and how you should live? Are those a few things that you may deal with? Now, do you deal with thoughts of failure, thoughts against yourself, thoughts against others? See, what blocks your blessings is thoughts against others. Envious thoughts, jealousy, anger, resent. What you put into the universe comes back to you. So if you put love out into the universe, you put good will out into the universe. I pray for that homeless man. I pray for those people with those nice cars. I congratulate the people that got the new cars. I congratulate the people that got the success. I didn't envy nobody because they were blessed. Because you send out a signal into the universe that says, I do not want that. That person was blessed. I don't like it. Don't give it to me. No, that person was blessed. I love it. Congratulations, God. Send me all of that. Amen, Lord. Send me this Mercedes-Benz in the truck edition and the coupe sedan. Amen. Ashe. You feel me? Yeah, you feel me? I looked up to the sky, but the only one is I, Triple threes. 333. Looked up to the sky, but the only one is I. I'm trying to tell you. So, I was going through different books. Last night I listened to Tao Te Ching by I think it's Lao Tzu or Sun Lao, and the Way of the Superior Man by David Deidre. I've been listening to The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene, and also The 48 Laws of Power, as well as the last book I read through fully was Man Heal Thyself by Supernova Slum and Queen Afu. I would like to get into the woman's version because I would like to know both perspectives. So I want to get into the Sacred Woman by Queen Afu. But right now I'm starting with my divine masculinity. The way that I am act with this world right now, I feel like right now this what I'm doing is a feminine aspect. Me creating and nurturing and flowing from intuition, all of this stuff. Yes, it's an action that I'm doing, but to create is the feminine. To birth something is the feminine. So the masculine is that in which is typically unchanging, that in which that stays the same. So you know how a man is focused. Look, I'm going ahead and get this one thing, I'm gonna get this, and I'm get out. The woman, the feminine, is typically that which change thoughts and circumstances. They're like, yeah, I came in for this, but I got this, and this, because I was already at the stove. Why shouldn't I just got it? So I just got it. I didn't even really need this right now, but I might need it later. So understanding this dynamic, not only within the world, but within myself to understand relationships. This helps not only intimate relationships, but business relationships. And I feel also a relationship with yourself and the divine. From there, I have, as I said, it was certain books from Lead the Field to It Works by, I'm thinking it's R.L. I can't remember the last of the name. I'm hearing Reed, but I don't think it's Reed. But it's a book called It Works. It's another, as I said, you got Think and Grow Rich. You got the Master Key to Riches. You got the Science of Getting Rich, the Law of Opulence. Like, yes, these are books that are on finances, but they also speak on life. So from there, I've probably got into the 50 Cent book, The 50th Law by him and Robert Greene a bit, and basically I found new programs from the universal laws of the universe to actually going into actual law from the Black Laws Dictionary, So to educate, educor means to draw from within. In school, what they do is they indoctrinate. Indoctrinate is to put information inside, and to educate is to draw information from within. So I am self-educated. From the YouTube University to the libraries to those ancestors that have gone before me, to the source of all. What's the biggest library that you can ever tap into? The source. Yeah, I mean, the source. The source is. So, we've talked about a range of things on this channel, from how to be successful, different mindsets, reprogramming your mind, not quitting before you win, to not worrying, because typically all of these things work out for you automatically. You are here today and you have overcame every challenge that has become before you for you to be here today. And you are not limited. There is no measuring system for success. There is no measuring system for blessings. There is no measuring system or no limit for how great your life can be. If you limit your life by limiting it in your mind, the only limits that you will encounter is the ones you set. Live limitless, allow all to come to you. I've seen all of this stuff work. Everything, the cat right here, everything I've seen work out in some form, even if it was subconsciously at first. I was doing this, sounds like Bob Proctor. I was doing these things at first, and I didn't understand why I was successful. Now I'm back. I'm back like I never left. And I'm getting it, and I'm getting it, and I'm getting it. Right now I'm taking some healing time, some recharging time. Sometimes you gotta take some time for yourself because, as I said before, being drained of energy and not able to have the energy to accomplish something is also a form of defeat. So don't let the world drain you of you before you need you for you. Don't let the world manipulate you into being a you that you don't want to. Be you. Give the world authentically you so that we can appreciate you for you. You are entitled to all you desire as long as it is not imposing against someone else's free will. So, as big of a house, as happy of a life, as beautiful as a partner, as strong and physical of a body, is all possible. Now, how you go about it is all up to you. How you believe is what you receive. So what you believe you encounter into this life. In the past, I thought I had to work for money. I thought, for a minute, I thought that everything was just supposed to be given to me until someone told me that it wasn't. So everything was just given to me, and I just get it. And I'd be like, oh, and people be envious. And then they like, you just think you're supposed to get everything. You never work for nothing. And everything is all about you and work. You work. God blessed me into a family that could do all. And, just like, okay, you're envious and now you're not supporting. But, okay, I love you. I'm going to just back away, work on myself, and place myself into a position where I don't have to ask anyone for anything. And if it be given, or it will be given by someone that God sends me. And even if that person blesses me, it will be on terms that God created. I am always in harmonious engagements. The best happens for me. I am successful. I am prosperous. I am beautiful. I am strong. I am resilient. I am courageous. I am wealthy. I am rich. I am good looking. Okay. I am blessed and highly favored. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Nupu, Makaru, au revoir, salut.